On March 10, 2023, the Fond du Lac County Sheriff's Office received a report from the city police concerning a high-speed pursuit of a vehicle that had evaded a traffic check in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. The stop had been initiated because the driver of the vehicle had violated the terms of their probation.
Take off.
Moving.
He's rolling. We had a positive hit on spikes. The vehicle's coming to a stop.
Courtney Dixon, age 86, was considered to be under the influence of alcohol while driving the vehicle that was the subject of the investigation. Dixon was suspected of being involved in an incident involving disorderly conduct. When a deputy from the Fond du Lac County Sheriff's Office arrived at the scene, he deployed stop sticks, which caused Dixon's vehicle to come to a stop. After that, additional deputies were able to catch up to the vehicle, which had temporarily stopped moving for a moment. However, Dixon quickly picked up speed and started running away once more. A boxing technique was eventually conducted on Dixon's vehicle by the deputies, which resulted in the vehicle coming to a stop. While drinking from a bottle of whiskey and refusing to comply with directions, Dixon locked the vehicle's doors and resisted doing what he was told. Dixon was reluctant and aggressive with the deputies as they attempted to coax him out of the truck in a civilized manner. However, they were successful. Dixon's dog was also in the car at the time, and even though the dog was restrained, he continued to growl out of fear and almost bit one officer.
Get out of the car and get chased! I'm not going to touch you. Get out of the car!
Fortunately, the officer's vest jacket prevented the attack from causing serious injury. Eventually, Dixon was apprehended and charged with felony counts of fleeing in a vehicle and eluding an officer, as well as misdemeanor counts of refusing and obstructing an officer in disorderly conduct.
Get chased! I'm not going to touch you. Get out of the car! Okay.
These charges were brought against Dixon because of his unruly conduct, and his bail was established at $15,000. The event caused both lanes of traffic to be closed, which led to a significant increase in the amount of time it took for vehicles to move. There was a collision involving 4 vehicles, which led to numerous people sustaining minor injuries, and it took about an hour before both lanes could be entirely reopened to traffic again. The deputies who responded to the call stayed composed and professional throughout the whole ordeal, despite the turmoil and possibility of harm. This serves as a reminder of the bravery and dedication displayed by law enforcement officers daily, especially in the face of challenging and unforeseen circumstances. When the deputies got closer to the vehicle, they saw that the driver, Dixon, was drinking straight from a bottle of whiskey, and he also refused to comply with the cops' demands to get out of the vehicle. While some of the cops yelled for Dixon to put his hands up and get out of the car, another one of the deputies was tapping on the window of the vehicle to keep the K-9 unit close to the vehicle.
Hands running back! Hands running back! Fire's clear.
Finally, after several minutes of shouting at Dixon and attempts to persuade him to calmly surrender, he stumbled out of the car and came dangerously close to tumbling to the ground. He was promptly taken into custody by the deputies, who then placed him in the back of the patrol cruiser while they handcuffed him. In the aftermath of the incident, there was also a collision involving 4 vehicles, which led to numerous people sustaining minor injuries. It took some time, but eventually deputies were able to clear the area and reopen the roadway. However, it was not long before traffic returned to its normal flow. The deputies who responded to the scene displayed a high level of professionalism and bravery in their efforts to bring about a peaceful end to a problem.
Josh the state, because he's got to help the state write that report. So
Yeah, no, I just pulled him out
over there because there's like 3 or 4 cars involved.
Despite the hectic environment and the possibility of danger, it is a good way to bring attention to the significant efforts that law enforcement officers put forth daily to ensure the safety of our communities.